Community Top Griefs.
Episode 5. Let's start it off with a real top 10 griefer. We got Zom Destroyer, bringing destruction to DLN. Next up, we got Flaming Red Dragon flying high for the game-winning head stomp. Another legend of custom terrain laying down some big knives on Haiti. Frost drops the bomb on Everlast for the one zombie. Art Attack says, "Get the fuck out of my game" to Simon.
Three more must fall.
DLN with a two-piece that sends these guys back to the dashboard. Skull with the big warden grief. Paper Girl makes her debut with the one zombie on Super Noodles. The Dark Knight returns with a big time two-piece on the stairs. Porous Elephant returns with another Walker Grief. Nanny Garrett tells him, "Get in the corner where you belong." Mortful goes on a knifing frenzy. Brendan shows no compassion to DLN. Next we got Sexy, that's his name, with the nice two-piece on town. PFL with the big one zombie. Next is Mr. Poop with the round 5 one zombie. Here we got Jigsaw putting that refined blade to work. Mater Rage orders up a three-piece. GZK Prodigy puts a monster grief on Mangler. My Knife Broke shows what he can bring to the table with a big-time grief on Brendan. Next up is Zomd, who puts an entire team down by himself for the win. Griefuls goes no jug versus jug for the big grief on Ragdoll. I door block with the nice two-piece. Colton shows this guy what the YY knife is all about. Stirk sends this guy flying into the corner for the nice grief. Spongy ragdoll with a two-piece that ends in a one zombie. Fatals executes the fatality and then does a little showing off. Critical joins Top Griefs with a game-winning grief on a fake one bone on his host. Another big-time grief from Mr. Poop. Flaming Red Dragon may be the first to ever hit this head stomp right here. More from Frost with the one zombie on Droopy. Another from Stirk with the big grief on Stair Blocked. Zom D with some more YY griefing. Flaming Red Dragon makes Polo so nervous he stands up under the fan trap. Frost goes to work on Mr. Mexican in the spawn room. Art Attack gets fancy with the stair grief and then gets red for a really long time.
Max ammo!
Spongy Ragdoll 1v1s himself, saying even I can't beat me. PFL with the grief on Camping Legend Polo End. Next we got Mortful with the Mega Ragdoll, landing 22 knives with only one miss. Prodigy gets disrespectful with the headless one zombie. Frost makes this guy look like a top 10 griefer as he can't get his flopper without dying. My Knife Broke puts Picked Plum onto the ground. Skull puts the clean one zombie on Brendan. Jigsaw assembles a three-piece puzzle on Town. Art Attack says, thanks for the grief, as this guy backs right into his knife. Zom-D denies this man his jug. Skull puts one big knife to Almighty Ray to put him down. Next is Griefles doing some late night banking. More from Stirk with some big knives for stair blocked. Another from Frostbong with the one zombie on Bunny Mags. Ragdoll sends this guy into a perfect zombie trap. More from Sexy, who teaches Porous Elephant a lesson in gravity. One last grief from Ragdoll with the huge three-piece. Skull working hard for the 2 zombie. Another from Terrain with the monster grief on Zay. Griefles putting some big knives on Happy Calf. A final grief from Skull putting a 1 zombie on Made Her Trap. And to end this one strong, Brendan goes crazy with the 4-piece. A couple funny things from this week. PFL shows some situational awareness, not blindly running into the trap. Unfortunately, Beetle does not do the same. Next is Porous, who hits 22 consecutive knives, but can't seal the deal. Here we got a guy who knows he's down, so he starts snake glitching and does it for a full minute in real time before dying. Fingers must have got tired. Somehow, these guys manage to head stomp each other while side by side. This guy tries to pack-a-punch and ends up being held off from ever grabbing his gun. I've seen Keefe do this to someone at the box, but I've never seen it at Pack. As always, if you think you got a better grief, send me a message on Top Grief so I know where to find it. Something new this week, there's 2 clips that are just knifing without a grief at the end. We'll see what people think about using clips like that. So let us know who you think had this week's best grief.